Follow me on Instagram. I got the OG at Scrubby. It's so clean, it's so nice, and I want 100,000 followers. So go follow me right now, or I swear I'm gonna throw an apple at your forehead. 3, 2, 1, apple throwing now. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Patrick Star here, back with another video. I might not work at the Krusty Krab, but I'll tell you what, I work your mom every night. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying, so if you do, good for you, because I don't even know what I'm talking about. That was probably the worst intro to a video you've ever heard in your entire life, but it's okay, because we're out here to have a good time, and it's gravy in the Navy, you know what I mean? Today we're gonna be telling the story of a time I almost got arrested while I was ding-dong ditching. That's right. OMG. But then I played the world's fattest reverse Uno card of all time and got the people who owned the house in more trouble than myself. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. I, Scrubby, played the most 1v1 no-scopes only reverse Uno card of all time. Some call it great, some call it, you know, a visionary move, like the Steve Jobs of ding-dong ditching. I don't like to use those words, but if you do, my ego will be flattered, you know, so feel free to comment that down below. But without further ado, let's get into some juicy tooty fruity booty and sket it, as Lil Pump would say. So in high school, you know, sometimes you get bored and you decide to do dumb things. That's just part of the hustle, and my friends Blake and Aubrey and I, well, I should say, you know, it was more like one friend. I was really tight with Blake, and he was dating Aubrey, so I was kind of forced to hang out with her. She was a little bit of a buzzkill, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know the person that when you're about to do something stupid goes, guys, this probably isn't a good idea, and you're like, we know, Aubrey, that's why we're doing it. Good ideas are never fun. That was the type of person she is. Whatever. One night we were all hanging out, and we were like, hey, let's go do something fun, and me and my friend decided to do ding-dong ditching, and Aubrey, of course, was like, no, that's rude. You don't want to wake people up. And I was like, Aubrey, listen, you're gonna be 80 years old and be no fun, and your grandkids are going to hate you. Can you please, for once in your life, do something fun? I would really appreciate if you would just relax and go, yeah, let's have a good time for once. I know you're uptight, okay? Like, if I shove something up there, it would become a diamond in 32 work weeks, but trust me, we can have fun for one night. And Blake, of course, is like, yeah, let's have fun. So reluctantly, Aubrey agrees to go with us when we're ding-dong ditching, and me and Blake are hyped. We're boying out, okay? We put on our darkest clothes, getting ready to just be some real ninjas out here, ding-dong ditching, doing whatever we gotta do to just be slick as hell. So anyways, me, Blake, and Aubrey were out here really booling, trying to go cruising for a bruise and doing some old-fashioned, good home-cooked Paula Deen ding-dong ditching. Paula Deen is actually really bad at ding-dong ditching. Surprisingly, fat people are not very aerodynamic at running away from a door or fitting through them. I don't know if you guys could figure that out. Eating 30 sticks of butter a day does not do wonders for your ability to run away from things very quickly. Just a little tidbit of information for all you. So whatever, we decide that we're really ready to roll out. So we walk out, you know, with our all-black outfits on, ready to just really go to town with some ding-dong ditching, some old-school, down-home cooking ding-dong ditching. So we hop in a car and we go to a neighborhood that we don't know very well. And I know you guys are thinking that's dumb, but at the same time, if you get caught ding-dong ditching by your neighbor, it's way more awkward because they know your parents and they're gonna be like, why'd you ding-dong ditch my house? And you don't really have a good explanation because they've always been nice to you and like helped you light fireworks on the 4th of July. It's just not a good look. So you need to go to a neighborhood that you don't know very well. This also leads to a conundrum, which is way more fun of when you try to run away, you're not very good at it. I think it's more fun. A lot of people would call it stupid, but hey, it wouldn't be a good story if I was always smart, you know? Like, if my life story was, I went to school and got a good job and I studied on Friday nights, that would not be a good story time channel, okay? How I studied for my midterm? I don't think so. Me making mistakes is what keeps you entertained, and don't you forget it. So whatever, we're in this neighborhood and we decide to start ding-dong ditching, and the first like 10 houses go pretty uneventfully. Like, we ding-dong ditch, we run, they come, they open the door, they look confused, they look down the street, haha, whoa, we rang your doorbell, but we weren't there. Ultimate Pranksters Joey Salad edition. And that's just how it goes for like, yeah, 10, 15 houses, about an hour or so, I would say. Just me, Audrey, and Blake running up and down ding-dong ditching. And Audrey, of course, is not having any of this. She's scared at every house. What if we get caught? What if something bad happens? And I'm like, look, nothing bad's gonna happen while we're ding-dong ditching. Like, nobody's, you know, gonna beat us for ding-dong ditching. Boy, was I wrong. We're getting there, but Audrey actually got a very good reason to be afraid of ever having fun with me ever again. So whatever, a couple more houses later, there's this one house, and you know, like, the rest of the neighborhood's really nice, and this house had a yard with a bunch of dead grass, and there was like trash in the front yard. Definitely did not look like the type of house of somebody who, you know, is proud to be a homeowner. So whatever, we decide that we're gonna ding dong ditch it anyways, and we're kind of laughing at the fact that the front yard is, you know, not in a good place. So we're giggling and we go up and we ding dong ditch it, and within like 3 seconds of ringing the doorbell, when we're still to the bottom of the driveway, the door swings open with a ferocity that can only be matched by a hurricane viciously opening your door before it beats you with it while singing the Bee Gees, okay? And standing there is an obese woman in a muumuu. I don't know if you guys know what a muumuu is. It's like a onesie for fat people, okay? And basically, it's just draped over her. I can see mounds of things that I did not want to see previously, and she is standing there in the doorway holding a kitchen knife, and she immediately screams, "Get back up here." And while I'm sure we could outrun her because she was shaped like Carl Weezer, for some reason we decide not to run. I'm not really sure why we decided to go back up and do what she said, but we get back up there. Keep in mind, she's brandishing a knife, and she says, "If any of you try to run, I'm going to stab you," which is not the most, you know, polite message. Sure, ding-dong ditching isn't polite, but it is not threatening somebody with a knife. Like, not once have I ever ding-dong ditched, and once they answer the door, go, "Haha, I'm gonna shoot ya, I'm gonna stab ya." That's not in my repertoire. But hey, I guess this lady was just really not feeling the whole ding-dong ditching maneuver that we were doing on her house. So we're being held at knife point for like 30 seconds while she goes and, you know, starts calling 911 on her cell phone. So she's standing in her front door, muumuu and all, cell phone out with the knife, calling the police, basically being like, "These kids ding-dong ditch my house, I want them arrested," and I don't know if we actually broke any laws. It's annoying, sure, but I don't think it's illegal to ding-dong ditch. However, Paula Deen herself, who was standing in the doorway brandishing a knife, was not thinking logically. So as we're standing here getting yelled at by Paula Deen brandishing a kitchen knife over kids ding-dong ditching, and listen, I know ding-dong ditching annoying. I'm not trying to say that I was not in the wrong at all. I know it's annoying, but to threaten teenage kids with a knife because they rang your doorbell might actually be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. That's the equivalent of somebody stepping on your toes in the library, so you take a book, make them put their nose into it, slam the book over and over again until the words on the page are imprinted onto their side of their heads, and then go, "Yeah, did you learn your lesson?" Like, threatening me with a knife is not gonna make me go, "You're right, I should never ding-dong ditch again." And it wasn't the last time I went ding-dong ditching. So eat that, Paula Deen. Your obese muumuu-wearing, knife-wielding self was not intimidating to me. Haha. Now I just make videos on the internet talking about you. That's right, Paula Deen. You're making me money. How's that make you feel? Get wrecked. 1v1 no scopes only. Paula Deen did not win. But anyways, I'm getting like yelled at by this woman with a knife, and her husband comes out. And I don't know how it's possible, but her husband is actually more annoying than her. That's right. The person holding me hostage while she's calling the cops definitely is somehow not as annoying as her husband. Her husband walks out, and you know the guys that like weren't in the military, but they wear camouflage and, you know, flex the fact that they're super badass because they watched a YouTube video on how to like shoot a gun once? Yeah, that's the type of guy this is. And he starts coming out talking about it's his rights as an American citizen to be free of all solicitors. And I'm like, we're not selling you anything, dude. Like, I don't even know what's happening. And they're telling me I'm going to jail because I'm mouthing off. My friend, you know, Blake and Audrey, they're not arguing at all. They're just chilling out and not fighting with them. And I can't keep my mouth shut. It's my problem. That's my biggest character flaw. I can't shut up. If somebody's annoying me, my mouth does not shut ever. It just stays open. It keeps flapping like gum in the wind. I don't know why. If I could learn to shut up, I would, but I can't. I always keep talking, especially when I should shut up. Like when an old man's yelling at you, telling you you're going to prison, the response isn't, "Ah, dang, I will still see less expletive word for the male area than you do on a daily basis." Probably isn't the best response because it's just gonna make him more upset, you know? But for some reason, I'm still running my mouth. And after about half an hour of this arguing back and forth, the cops show up because, you know, they don't care about ding-dong ditchers. It's not a very important thing for them. And as soon as the cops get there, the lady goes from, "You kids are disrespectful ding-dong ditchers," to immediately saying that I attacked her and that I was like going crazy and attacking them. And listen, you guys know from these videos, I'm really not like a violent guy, okay? I'm not attacking anyone, especially over ding-dong ditching. I fight with my words more than I fight with anything else, like 100%. So when this lady starts being like, "You attacked me, they attacked me, these ding-dong ditchers attacked me," and I was the only one arguing, And everyone's just kind of sitting there confused except for her husband, who's immediately like, back away from my wife, you violent critters. The cops noticeably were like, it's kind of weird that the kids are just kind of standing there confused while this lady is desperately trying to convince us that she was just getting attacked 30 seconds before we pulled up. But whatever, the cops pull up and they separate us both and start questioning us. And all three of us are kind of like, I don't really know what happened. We were ding dong ditching. Like, we admit it. We don't lie to the cops. We're not like, oh, we did nothing wrong. We're like, yeah, we were ding dong ditching, obviously, but we didn't attack them. Like, we'll admit we definitely did something wrong, but we did not attack these people. And then we start telling him how they were holding us at knife point, and he's like, hold on. She was brandishing a knife so you couldn't leave. And we're like, yeah. He says, well, usually when we get 911 calls, by the time we pull up, the kids are gone. But I guess if they held you there with a knife, like that's illegal. That's just threatening you. You can't do that. You can't hold a kid at knife point. We're like, yeah, well, that's what happened. And I guess her and her husband got separated and they both told different stories. Like in the husband's story, you know, I brandished a knife and attacked his wife and she wrestled it away from me. Yeah, your wife has not wrestled anything, big dude, okay? She looks like Paula Deen. She's not wrestling anything from my grasp, I promise you, except for like maybe a Hot Pocket. And then the wife's story was that I pushed her to the ground and her husband saved her. So they obviously know we're lying, or they're lying, not we're lying. They give us a stern talking to about how ding dong ditching is annoying and we shouldn't do it or whatever. And like, yeah, it's annoying. That's the point. The point isn't to be a good neighbor. No one's ever like, I'm gonna get ding dong ditched to make sure everyone's doorbells are working. Obviously, we're doing it to be annoying, but the cops were pretty chill. And then comes the point where they ask us if we want to press charges on them. And they're like, what do you mean? Asking them to press charges? They're the ones who ding dong ditched us. They're like, yeah, but you can't hold kids at knife point, you idiots. You're not allowed to just like try to kidnap kids because they ding dong ditch you. That's a no-no. That's a big no-no. And me and my friends didn't press charges, obviously, because when you're like, I don't know, 15, 16 years old, your first thought isn't, I want to go into a legal battle with a chubby lady who held me at knife point. But yeah, moral of the story is don't threaten kids because cops don't like that a little bit more than they don't like ding dong ditching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. If you did, I would appreciate you pressing the like button, letting me know in the comments section down below what you thought of the video, all that good stuff. Hopefully you did. If you're new, subscribe. Also, you know, feel free to follow me on the social medias. I do appreciate it. And on that note, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. My name is Scrubby, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. Don't get anyone pregnant, and if you do, make sure they're hot. Peace.